Welcome, one and all. This is the ancient journey. On today's journey, the Mound of the Dead Men. But before we get started, don't forget, if you enjoy the video, please give us a like and a share and subscribe. And don't forget to turn on those notifications. And if there's a story out there you'd like to see us turn into a video, drop it in the comment section down below. Now let's get started. In an area of Pakistan, near its eastern border with India, is an archaeological site in the province of Sindh. Built around 2500 BCE, it was one of the world's earliest and largest cities, close in size and stature to those in ancient Egypt and the Greek city of Crete. The site appears to have been abandoned by its inhabitants, and it was left largely ignored until the 1920s, when excavation on the site began. The city's original name is unknown, but the name given to it since its rediscovery, Mohenjo-Daro, translated means the Mound of the Dead Men. The last major excavations to the city were performed in the 1960s, and then stopped due to the extensive weathering the exposed buildings were experiencing. Mohenjo-Daro contained a large number of brick and wooden structures, laid out in a grid-like pattern. The city included a well, locations to bathe, courtyards, running water, running sewers, and large assembly halls. But an odd discovery accompanied the excavation of the orderly and advanced city. Bodies. Bodies were laid about in the streets of the city as if they had been struck down by some strange event. As excavations reached the level of the streets of the city, the archaeologists discovered remains scattered around. Some seemed to be holding hands, others were sprawled awkwardly. They appeared as though they were in the middle of some innocent moment of their day, when they were struck dead. The clearly advanced city seemed to lack a burial area, and had people lying, unburied, in streets all over the city. And even stranger is that the skeletons are intact. No wild animals had torn the bodies apart, and the bodies also show no signs of a violent death. Their cause of death was a mystery until one strange discovery, and as the investigators tried to understand the puzzle laid out before them, another puzzle begins to unfold before their eyes. Some of the skeletons are radioactive. In fact, one skeleton had a level of radioactivity 50 times greater than normal. So radioactive, in fact, it compared to bodies discovered after the atomic blasts in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Around the city, more strange evidence is discovered. Walls of some buildings have large sections of them that appear to be fused together by some great heat event. Rocks that require a temperature of 2000 degrees Celsius to melt are found fused together, intertwined with each other. And an incredible heat that results in radioactive bodies left behind points to a bizarre hypothesis. Had a nuclear weapon been detonated in an ancient civilization? There are ancient texts that write of blasts more brilliant than 1,000 suns, and tell stories of those enduring the disaster, losing their hair and fingernails a short time later. The stories also mention that food sources are polluted after the event. Those details all match what we would see after a nuclear blast. But clearly, a nuclear blast would have leveled the city and everything in it, which did not happen in Mohenjo-Daro. But what explains the radioactivity found? Why were so many bodies found strewn about as if they had just dropped over in the middle of their day? Was the city abandoned, or was it wiped out by some force we don't understand, even to this day? Mohenjo-Daro is rapidly deteriorating, with flooding and wind causing massive amounts of erosion. A festival held at the site did tremendous damage to it in 2014, and more time is needed to uncover secrets of the site. But time is running out. Thanks for watching, and thanks for sharing the journey.